Oh my god. I got it to work. There is a guard. Oh. Whew, hello there, everybody. Hope you all can hear me. I was having a nervous breakdown because being a substitute and then not getting the stream to work would be a disaster beyond compare. But here we are. Welcome, welcome. Jesus Christ. Alright, great. I'm glad. So I'm just gonna start very easy, letting the last few people join us. Is anybody totally new to 3D? Like this is they are 3D virgins. Let me know, because then I can take that into account when I showcase stuff. And if everybody is like getting the hang of it, then I can move a little bit faster. So if there's anyone who's totally new, just write in chat and let me know, because I'll take extra good care of you. Alright. And the new is also like 1, 2, 3 times, nothing crazy. If you're still not comfortable, that's kind of what I mean. Alright, some new people. Alright, we'll take it one step at a time from the baseline, and we'll build up from there. Unreal Virgin, okay. Well, you can have a lot of fun with that. It's a really cool engine and kind of simple to work with once you get the hang of it. Unreal Engine. If you know other softwares, at least it will be a breeze. Okay, well, first of all, we gotta open our program. So I hope everybody has downloaded Blender 4.1 or later, newer. Just double click on it, open up. I think I'll just do it from scratch actually. Let's save. Open Blender, because Blender is free. So here at CADA we use Maya, Autodesk Maya. It's pretty expensive, so it's nothing you use at home usually, but it's very used in the industry. But Blender is super good. It's really up there as well, with especially modeling, as far as I can understand. Maya is better at animation and has some cool features with the hair simulations and stuff. But for now, we're gonna use Blender. This is what will meet you when you open it up. If you worked on things, your recent files will be over here. But we're just gonna make a new general file, nothing crazy. Just gonna click here, and this is our viewport. It always meets you with a cube, a camera, and a light. And the meme here for everybody is always you delete the default cube. You don't want that. So click X or click delete. Bam. Get out of here. And now we're gonna bring it back, so we can try all our things here. So Shift A to open our add menu, or you can click up here. It's up to you, whatever you prefer. And you will now have a load of options here. Under mesh, this is what we want right now. We want to have a cube. Bam, it's back. This is much better than the other one. Alright, so first off, we need to figure out how to navigate. So you basically need a mouse. If you don't have a mouse, you're not gonna have fun here. I'm gonna put on my screencast keys so you can all see down here what I'm clicking. Left mouse, middle mouse, right mouse click. So in order to move back and forward, I just scroll my scroll wheel like anything else, pretty simple. If I wanna move around, wherever my focus is, I hold middle mouse, it's the scroll wheel again, I click on it, and I drag, and I can go crazy here, get all dizzy. And if I want to pan sideways, I can hold shift and middle mouse track, like this. The functions also up here, so this also pans, this zooms, and this rotates. But you never want to use that. It's horrible to work with. I don't know anybody who does that. So use as many hotkeys and shortcuts you can. It will make your workflow so much better. So I'm going to teach you a bunch of shortcuts and hotkeys in Blender, which I suggest you use. And I'm not even a Blender user myself, but these are still very, very useful for me. So we know how to move around. Next up, we need to know how to manipulate stuff. So let's just take out the fork cube here. In order to move, you click G for, I don't know, great. And you can move it around. Not very useful when it's like this, because it'll just be put somewhere random. And Control C, of course, very important. Every time I want to undo something, Control C. It's your friend. Gonna use it a million times. T for grab, actually, I think it is. So in Maya, it's W. So you're gonna see me click this a lot because I keep forgetting. But G. But usually want to move it along the axes. So these green and red lines are basically the axis. So the Y, the X, and the Z. You can't see that, but it's up here. So if I click G and then X, I can move along the G axis. So it's snapped to that. Super nice. Left click to say yes, thank you, or right click to snap it back if you don't want that. It's G, Y, and G, Z. Very nice. So let's say I want it over here. If I had to like drag it and I had to go here and and here, and now it's off the ground. It's horrible. I don't want that. I'll just G, X, G, Y, bam. And if I want to have precise locations at the exact same squares, I can go over here in my, this is called the outline. This is where all your things are. And below it is where your option box for whatever you have selected are. So let's say I want my cube to be exactly this symmetrical. I can just say -10 and 10. Boom. That's perfect. Cool. That's how you move. Next up is scaling. I click clicking. Oh, it is here. That's right, because rotate, that is R, can rotate stuff. In Maya, this is the scale, so that's why I keep confusing them. So if it's just R, you can rotate it freely. Double click to get all this freedom. 1R is the axis you're looking at, basically. So if I look at it exactly from the front, I can rotate it like this. If I click R again, I can have this. But usually you want to rotate it in only one axis. So RX gives you this. RY gives you this. RZ this. Okay, I hope you're getting the point here. So you basically tell the program what you want to do after the first key you select. Same with S for scale. You can go all the way. You can go X, Y, Z. All right. I think that covers the basics of what we're going to do. And then I'm going to show a bunch of other stuff. I'm just going to delete this. Next up, we want to make something. It's kind of boring just to sit and do all this. Just want to really fast showcase how to actually move around. So what we want to do is we want to have a reference. And you guys voted for a very cool weapon. Medieval fantasy-like weapon. So I found one. Let me just bring it in. I was thinking something like this guy. Like a double-handed great axe. I was gonna think of something even crazier, but I also want you guys to actually be able to follow and make it, because we only have an hour and a half, and things get complicated really fast if it's not a simple shape. So this is decent. I think we can make this work. But you always want to have a reference. And if you just have it here and you click, and it's going to disappear. It's going to be all horrible. If you have two screens, you can just put it over there. But what is even better is actually modeling after the reference. Like actually one-to-one. So we click Shift A, or you come up here, up to you. I like to use a shortcut. And we want to add an image. And then we want to add the reference. But first I will see if I can link it in the stream. Can I add? Also, I'll have to send you guys where it is. No? Okay. Alright. I will send you guys the link to Pinterest, where I found it. And I'll give you a short time to download it. I would very much recommend this. Get it on your computers. Get it down as an image. I don't think I can send anything here. So I can start a Q&A, but that's not what we want. So everybody go and download the Axe image. You might have to log in, so I'll just give you a second. Once you've done that, I will show the next. So I'll just drink some water. Alright, I will go slow while you guys download. You can probably follow. Oh yeah, by the way, if anyone gets left behind or confused or don't know what is going on, or what I did, text me in the chat. That's why I keep looking this way. The chat is over here. Tell me, I will look and I will go over it again until again. This is for you guys, so I will showcase as many times as you need. So text me if you need extra help. Otherwise, I'll just keep going. Okay, so in Blender, Shift A, Image, Reference. Very nice. I have it under Downloads, and mine was called Great Axe. Boom. So it is in here, and it is rotated horribly. We cannot work with this. Then you have to sit and try to hit it exactly the right spot. So we can just yeah, you can use a different. You can use whatever you guys want, basically. Someone is asking if we can use different reference. Do whatever you want. I'll just showcase this, and you can use the tools however you want. This is not modeling for only making a great axe. It's for just knowing how to do anything, I guess. So if you wanna try and make a chair or a football, I don't know, you can do that. If you wanna try to make a Illidan weapon or whatever, a crossbow, you can do that. But just trying to get a reference that you can actually model after. So if you have something like a 3D picture, let me see if I can find something like this. This is not very nice to work with because it's not planar. This is good. This is horrible. You cannot really work with this unless only by like eyesight, which is usually very bad for me at least. So yeah, different action. You can do whatever you want, but we first need to rotate it. As you can see, the rotations over here are 65 degrees. We can use that. So we'll check that to 90, and this to 90, and this to 0, and it's perfectly perpendicular. We're gonna G to grab and X to move it a little bit backwards. And now we're gonna use something that we're gonna use a lot when modeling. We're gonna use an orthographic, oh, I can't even say it. Orthographic view. I think it's called. This is the perspective view. This is what you're looking at yourself. Orthographic view is basically a flat way of looking at stuff, so you don't get the 3D vibe. So if you click 3 on the numpad, this guy here, you will go here to the orthographic mode, and you can still scroll, and you can pan by holding shift. You don't want to just hold the middle mouse, because then you'll go out of it and you have to click 3 again. So we're gonna click on the image, we're gonna G for grab, set for the Z axis, and we're gonna move it up a bit so it's above this line. And now we can model after this. We can just use this as our reference. So we're gonna add a what should we start with? The funny thing about modeling is you can do whatever you want basically. It's just about getting the final output. So you can use a cube to make something round. And I think we're gonna do both just to practice. But let's start very basic. Okay. Let's just add a cylinder. Shift A, mesh, cylinder. And it is way too big by default. So what you can do whenever you add a new mesh, the first thing you can do is open this little guy down here, and you can control how many vertices you have. Very important. This is what a lot of people do as a mistake when they're new. They just say, oh, I want something smooth. This is all jagged. I don't like this. I'm just gonna crank this up, and look how beautiful this is. Yes, but it is horrible to work with. You don't want this. You rather want something that's actually too jagged, like this, and then add more smoothness to it later, because you cannot control it when it is that high density. So I'm gonna go with 20. I can actually go 16 maybe, and we can adjust the radius a bit, something like this. Doesn't matter that much. It's only the vertices I want to change now, because once I do something with it, I cannot change this anymore and I have to remake it. So 3, click this guy, G to grab, set to move up, because I want to try to match the background here. But you can see it's very irritating. I cannot see it anymore. How do I know I hit it exactly? Yeah, I don't. So what do? We want to see through it, and we luckily have an X-ray mode up here. Toggle X-ray. As you can see, there's a shortcut, Alt-Z, which we're going to use all the time. You can also see, even though the picture is in the middle, it's slightly off. If we go down here, it's easier to see. I'm going to scale this inwards a little bit. Just going to scale it. It's slightly off. Let me see if it's just off. No, we'll just work with it actually, and then we can always just move it a bit on the other side if it becomes a problem later. What you don't want to do when you click this guy is scale on the what's it gonna be, the y-axis. Oh, now I can make it fit. Yeah, but you also ruined your perfect cylinder. We don't want that. So Control C. Instead, if you just scale it, that's a problem. It's also going to scale on the length, which you don't want. So you can click S, hold Shift, and click the direction you don't want to scale on. So in this case, it's the Z-axis, and we can just scale on the sides, right? So go to orthographic view again. Get in here, Alt-Z, and scale. Hold Shift, set, and we're gonna scale it ever so slightly, just so it matches somewhat. It doesn't have to be perfect. We just want to get the general shape. All the little things, all the little nudges we're gonna do at the end. So I'm going pretty methodically at this. I cannot make all these bands and stuff now. It's gonna be a pain. So we just want to get the general shape done, and after that, we're gonna go into details. So we're gonna start with the easy shape. That's this. I want to extend this, but there is a way. Yeah, the scale thing. Yes, I can repeat that. All set to get out. You can scale on the axes, right? You can scale on the X, the Y, the Z, or you can scale on all at the same time. But you generally don't want this when you're going to try and be more precise, because if I just scale it in, it will also get shorter. Super annoying. So you just click S, hold Shift, and click the axis you don't want. So let's say I don't want the X axis, but I want the height and the Y. We'll go like this. The reference image is up in the chat. I wrote Pinterest. I sent a Pinterest link, so you can go follow it, download it, and then put it in. And to add a reference, Shift A, image reference. Cool. Okay, so we want to scale this up, but I don't want to just scale it in the set and then move it and then keep going. Super annoying. So instead we're going to go into another mode, which we're going to use a lot. Up here, you see we're in object mode right now. And we have all these options. We want to go into edit mode. But of course, there is a shortcut. Just click tab to go between them. Super easy. In here, we have several options. We can go into the vertex select mode, which are these little guys. It's a vertex. We can go into edge select here, or we can go into face select. And again, hotkeys 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Super easy. 1 is vertices, 2 are edges, 3 are faces. So again, we go into orthographic view on 3. We go into Alt Z, our X-ray mode, and I want to click 1 to hit all the vertices. I'm gonna highlight all of these. The reason I want to be in X-ray is because if I don't, I'm only gonna select the ones I see. And let's say I grab these up, I ruin my mesh. Damn it. I do not want that either. So, Alt Z, and we can now click on all of them. Now, let's move this guy up. G, Z, move it up to here. And you can see it's too big here, so I will just scale it. And when you're in this mode, you don't have to click anything fancy. You can just scale it because you've selected this edge loop here, and automatically only scale on the direction this is in. So I'm just going to do something like this. Don't mind that it's not straight here. It doesn't matter. Because it's also way off here. So the entire image is a bit off. I could also... Should I do that? No. Screw it. We'll go with this. Okay. So that is this shape. Perfect. We don't want to do any more right now. Next up, we got this guy here. That is circular. What do you call it? Figure. So we want to make something circular. Again, you could use the cylinder. You can make it with a cube. We're going to try something different. So Shift A. We're going to choose mesh. And we're going to choose a circle. Again, this guy. Again, 32 vertices is a lot. We don't want that much. So let's just go with 16 again. And we want to scale it in. And let's see how big we want it. We want it to be around here. Again, this is not perfect orthographic reference, but it's okay. We'll just eyeball this part. Right now, if you try to grab it, it's just a circle. There's no mesh, so we have to add that. And in order to do it, you can right-click. Oh, no, you can go into edit mode and you can right-click. Of course, it doesn't work in this mode. I usually just use the shortcut, which is F. I just want to show you guys where it is. So, yeah, under face. Or is it also under vertex? Under faces, you have this called fill. It's also hotkey F, which just fills the mesh instead of having vertices. So now I have this guy. It's still just flat. Now we're gonna use one of the most used tools for modeling. It's called extrusion. Hotkey E. Super easy. So there. Okay. So now extrude the mesh. I doubled up. Be very careful you don't extrude and right click, because now you can see there's all this jitter. It means we have several faces on top of each other, which is very bad. You can see it's still there. So you want to Control C it, and then you want to go again. So let's just move this guy up here. E for extrude, and we'll go to around there in the middle. Again, doesn't matter that it's not round. We'll do that later. We just need to get the general shape. 3, Alt Z, and now we want it to extrude and go inwards. But if we look at the reference, there's also like a sharp edge here, which we want to get first. So when I'm here, alt set, when I'm here, I can extrude inwards. Either you can just click E for extrude and then scale S to go in, or you can use, oh, that's too much. You can use a hotkey, another one, I for inset, and you can scale inwards like this. And we're just gonna do a light like this. Cool, that's gonna be our edge here. Next up, we wanna extrude. So E for extrude. Again, I'm just going to the orthographic mode every time with free, and then clicking Alt Z for the transparency mode. Keep switching off because it's easy to see stuff when I have it off, and then just click it on when I need it. But let me know if I go too fast. So I can either just move this up right away and get the shape later, but I kind of want to get the shape a bit now. So I'm going to scale this guy in so it matches-ish. I'm going to extrude with the set selected to around here. I'm going to extrude up here. And again, we want this little crease up here. So I'm going to extrude and scale outwards just a tiny bit. And again, I want to extrude this guy up here. Cool. So that is our general shape. Again, it doesn't have to be perfect. We just want to get it somewhat right. Again, tab to go out of and in and out of edit mode. Very important. If you are, let's see, I click on the cylinder, I go into edit mode, and I shift A, add something, and then I go out of object mode. You'll notice this is counted as one mesh. This is our cylinder here. So if you don't want that, don't make stuff in edit mode. You want to go into object mode to keep it separate. You could also make this as one object, like just keep extruding. Sometimes it is nicer to have several objects and just mush it into each other like this, because you're not gonna see it. So you might as well fake it instead of trying to make one big extrusion of an object. Again, it's all situational, so do whatever makes sense for you. I'm thinking we're gonna go on a bit and keep practicing this extrusion, and then we're gonna work with the with something else later. So let's do the same thing up here. Gonna shift A. Gonna add a circle. Gonna set it to 16. It is already 16. I'm gonna scale it in. G set to move it up. Somewhere around here. I'm gonna F for fill. Oh, I have to be here. F for fill in edit mode. And then I want to make sure I have the right size. So around there. Then I want to extrude. Again, the reference photo is getting a bit pixelated, but I think we'll manage. Extrude. I'll extrude again and scale it out slightly. I'll extrude. And now we want to get all these little waves of bulgy mesh here. So we're just going to do a bunch of extrusions and we're going to make them smoother later. But I just keep extruding inwards and outwards. So this is up. Now I want to inset a tiny bit. Maybe move it a slightly bit up. Then I want to extrude, scale it out again, extrude, scale it in. Oh yeah, sometimes your camera gets all wacky, like where the hell am I? In order to get back, I don't know if you don't have a numpad key, but with it you can click the comma, it's called in Danish, it's tilde key, I think, to focus on whatever you are doing. The numpad thing besides 0. You can probably change it in your settings as well, but it's super useful because then you can always find your way back to whatever you selected. All right, so I go here. I wanna insert a slide, grab, extrude scale, grab, then I wanna extrude again. I'm just doing the same thing over and over. Scale a bit, insert, grab, extrude with E, scale with S, here, grab, extrude, scale, and let's see how this looks. It also goes. And then it just goes in basically. So this is fine. This is okay for now. Maybe I wanted to go a bit in here actually. Let's see if I can fix that. Oh, I actually did. I just can't see it. So I'll just... Yeah, okay. So if you want to select an entire... This is another little trick. If you want to select an entire edge loop like this, but you can't really see it. See down here, I can't really... I click on other stuff too. You can click on a vertice on the edge loop you want to select. An edge loop is just term for whatever goes around in one loop. Select this guy and then alt click the one next to it and selects the whole thing. You can also do that in edge select mode, of course, like this. And now I can move it up. So see, I actually did the thing. Ah, very nice. Cool. And it's looking a bit fugly right now, but I'll fix it later. Now we want another handle. I think I'll just show you guys something new again, because sometimes you want to use the same object. We don't have to in this case, but we'll do it just to try it. So Control D to duplicate. No, is it Shift D? It's Shift D. Control D is my Control D. When you do this, you automatically get it in your hand at your cursor. And again, you can use the same things as if you grabbed it. So you can click Set to move it up. Click Scale to get it down. And then we'll just try to make it fit right here. And I think I'm gonna go into edit mode. Edge select. I'm gonna go down. I'm gonna go up. Here. It's too big. Something like this. Okay. Also, as you can see, these two guys, this middle thingy here and this middle thingy, they are practically identical. So you could do the practice of doing it all over again. It will not be the same though. So instead, I'm gonna again duplicate, Shift D. I'm gonna click Set and move it up. It's the wrong way though. That's not good. This looks weird. Some abstract shit going on. So you can rotate it. And you can rotate like this. Or you can click R and X and you can try to hit it. But what is smarter, either you go over here and you just click 190 to swap it. Or you can click R, X for example, and 180. Boom. So you can just click in the viewport actually. The reason it's rotating weirdly is because it has its pivot point right here, the little orange dot. I'm not gonna go into that right now, but just know that this is what it rotates around right now, and this guy will rotate around this point. Okay, so I'm gonna place this pretty close here. Let me see, something like this. And this is actually a bit bigger, so I'm gonna move it up a bit. And I'm gonna click this guy. I'm gonna just move this up into this guy. Like so. Boom. And we have something. We have a handle. Very nice. Hope you guys are with me so far. Yeah, it's very annoying. It's bugging my eye that the picture is not symmetrical, and it could be a better quality because once we zoom in, we can't really see much. But it doesn't really matter. We're not going for exactly the same, and we don't have time for all these details either. So we just want to get the general shape, which I think we got here. Next up, we want to make this guy. We don't want to make the whole thing right away. So if you click Shift A right now, the cube is going to be all the way down here. Very annoying, because we do want to keep working here. The cylinder up handle is one thing. It doesn't matter that much necessarily. Maybe when we add subdivisions to it, you might get problems, but I can show you how to fix it. It's more that this thing and the blades we don't want to be one big, for example. But this that looks like the same kind of shapes, it's okay. We can make it work. But yeah, when we work up here, we don't want all our things to spawn down here. So the reason there is because of this guy, the 3D cursor. You can move it around by clicking Shift, right click. Super annoying to do when it's not on purpose. But you can move it up here, and now everything will spawn right here. Very nifty, because this is where we're working. Boop. It's very big though, so go into edit mode and scale. And now, this is a bit more tricky, because we have to think about what are we trying to model. If we just wanted to make a flat, whatever this is, we can just set this to the edges like this and do stuff. But we want to get the crease here. I hope you all see this, even though the picture is horrible. And we want to get this crease as well. So we're going to start at this. Just get it as close as possible. It doesn't have to be perfect. We're going to fix it later. Something like this. And you can see this is not very pretty. This is really bad. Don't mind the width right now. So what are we going to do? We're going to use a new tool. Very, very nifty when creating objects and modeling. Out here we have all the things we used. We got the extrude, we got the inset, and we got other things we haven't done yet. You can also add a cube here actually. What we're going to use is the loop cut tool. I think I'm going to take this off. The shortcut for that you can see is Control. Oh, you can't see it. Oh, there it is. Control R. If you click this, you can do that, but it's gonna stay here until you click otherwise. So you have to go up here and click and stuff. So I like to use the Control R. And you see this guy when you get close to the sides of the mesh. And this is adding a loop cut to our mesh. The reason you want this is either to add geometry, so it has a nicer shape, or to be able to manipulate it, because I can't pull here. There's nothing to do. If I click this, it's just gonna move the whole thing. So I want to Control R, and I want to left click, and then I can choose where I want it. Usually you just want it in the middle. So in order to just release it there, you can click right click, and we have a loop cut. Don't go too crazy with these. Just do it when you need to, because it can get really messy. So just do one at a time and see where you are. So now, if I go to vertex select mode here, click G and set, I can do this. Much better. We're getting there. Now you can almost guess the next thing. Control R, click, left click, right click, and move this guy. And we're going to do the same thing over here. So now it's looking much better. At least up here. Again, it doesn't have to be perfect. We'll smooth it out later. We just want to get a general shape. We have the problem now here as well. So we'll do the same. We'll hover over the sides. And now I actually want to move it. I don't want to put it in the middle. So I'll put one here, and maybe one here. And if you want it to be perfectly symmetrical, instead of the dumb thing I just did up here, don't do that. You want to click this, highlight one vertex, shift, hover another, and now you can just scale them inwards. Like this. Scale, and you can still grab them. And no, but then what I do like this, and scale. Because if you just grab both, it'll be bad. So scale. There's also a mirror function where if you click one side, the other side will follow if it's perfectly symmetrical. Sometimes it doesn't work for me. Let me see if it does now. Yeah, it does not. So I tend not to use it because I get frustrated. If you're scaling the whole thing, are you then in object mode? Because if you're in object mode, it's gonna scale the whole thing. Oh yeah, it actually does. Sorry, it's because I again Maya Blender. I'll just redo. Thank you. I was just about to say, remember to check your mesh. Sometimes it gets weird. So in order to avoid this, easy fix, you just scale and click Y. And now it works properly. Now we're not having these weird things. Make the top reverse triangle shape. So to make this part, I actually did it wrongly. But you want to Control R, and you want to add loop cuts so you can manipulate the mesh up here. Make it symmetrical and then work on both sides at the same time. That's better. So yeah, in order to scale without ruining your mesh, you want to click them, scale, and click Y. There we go. Scale, Y. Much better. Cool. Now we got the overall shape. And don't mind that it's fixable. We can fix it if it bugs you guys. So we have other orthographic modes. We also got the one, which is the side view. We don't need it. We just need to click the whole thing. Scale, X, and just around here, I think. That's fine. Cool. So we got the shape we want. Hope I didn't confuse people too much with my little scaling thing. Don't say it to anyone. So the next thing we're gonna do is try to make this loop here. But we want to notice this black part, this dark part, is more indented, and the outside is bulging out. So got several ways to do this. I think I just want to scale it outwards first. Extrude it. So I'll go to the orthographic side view. I go into edit mode and click faces, and I select all these guys here, all of them, and go back to 3 for the front orthographic view. So if I just scale it, it will do nothing. If I just extrude it, well, it will be like this. I don't want that either. It's horrible. Remember to Control C. Instead, I want it to extrude outside of its shape. So this would be, if I have this water bottle, I would extrude it along this up, this out, and this out this way. To do that, we have to extrude along its normals. Normal meaning the way the face is pointing. So you can either go to face up here, or a shortcut is just right click, and you get the same menu down here. And you want to extrude faces along normals. Boop. And now when you grab, this is much better. You just want to see where it fits, like most of the places around here, I think. And now we want to go in and we want to fix all the little inconsistencies. So I'm just making it fit ever so slightly. I think I'm gonna scale these guys. On the y-axis, remember that. Don't want to do the same mistake twice. Scale y. Scale y. The more you can keep your object symmetrical, the easier it will be for you. Sometimes you have to, of course, go crazy, especially if your reference was, let's say you had only one-sided X, it would be different, of course. Extrude along normals. If you're in edit mode, you can click on face, extrude faces along normals, or you can just right-click and say hop, and do the same here. And that is with every single option you have. So it's also in vertex, you have the vertex menu, and edge select, you have the edge select. So it works with all the menus. Super nifty. Okay, I want to fix this. Oh, we have a little issue on here. Okay, this is a good thing to showcase. I somehow, somewhere, made this little loop cut. I don't know why or where. I don't want it. So what do? If I just click X for delete, and I click vertices, it'll destroy my mesh. Damn, I don't want that. So click X, and we have this dissolve thing. So dissolve vertices. No. Dissolve edges. There we go. Dissolve edges. So if you accidentally make something you don't want, you can either delete it or dissolve it. Cool. It's looking much better again. So this around here. Wow, it's a really bad image I found. There. I selected all the faces on this view, so the side view here. So all of these faces were extruded, because I want the whole ring around the object to be extruded. So that's why we want to extrude along normals. Because you can technically just select these and extrude and then do it with the other side, and yeah, but that takes time. Who has that? We want to just work as efficient as possible. So I'll just finish this up. Scale Y to not mess it up. Yes. Okay. And you can still do this forever. Don't keep going for too long. Okay. Now it's not extruded inwards or outwards yet. So what we want to do is we want to select all of these guys, all of these faces. I think. Can I do that? What do I want to do? How do I want to do it? I think I don't know what I want to do. I'm gonna go into edit mode. I'm gonna select all these inside faces. Bam. And I'm going to click Control E. Extrude edges. If I just do this, it's gonna be awful, because it's gonna extrude them all one by one. So if I have, where is it? Again, in Maya we have something very nice. One second, guys. Maybe if I insert. Okay, I can just insert it. Okay, that works. So just insert it ever so slightly, something like this. And then I want to scale it, smash it together basically. So scale X, just slightly like this. And then I'm gonna scale it outwards again. Now, great. Now we have this little indentation. Is it working? Is it okay? Maybe scale a bit on the Y. Cool. Yeah, don't have to be too crazy about it. Next up, we are gonna have extrusion again, because we want to extrude to the last one. So, side view. Face select. There we go. Boom. Go to here. Extrude along normals. Around there. We're gonna fix it up. Again, don't spend too much time on this. I've already spent way too much. I get into making it perfect, which is not the point here. So you have a problem, Alexandra. I still have the handle. Whatever I do after extrude and then want to scale it, just the newest circle. So when you extrude up from the circle here, and you want to scale it, it scales the whole thing instead of just the vertices you selected. Try to understand. So you've selected just this ring, and you extrude, and then you want to scale it, and this is not working. Just make sure you haven't selected more than this edge loop. And let's say extrude here, and you click S. It should just scale out this way. Or inwards. It shouldn't scale more. Unless you accidentally click A and have everything selected, and you do something like this. I hope that clarifies it. I don't know what exactly your problem is, sadly. If it's really bugged, just move on from it, I would say, and make it again later. This is not the worst shape to work with, so I would say come back to it. But you can see I already forgot something here. Yeah, it could sound like that at least. See, I made the same mistake again. I'm a bad guy. Well, it just creates some interest, I guess, when you make the same mistake twice. There we go. Cool. Yeah, just move on, I would say, Alexandra. Don't spend your time too much on it. Got lots more to cover. Okay, I just want to fix my little thing here. Yeah, okay, actually, if it's a good, another thing I can showcase. If you accidentally done as me, and you can see I pulled some of them out a little bit, it's all bad. It's not that bad, but you don't want that. So you should be able to select the whole edge loop. And, oh, is it working here? Scale, Y, X. Yes, okay. So you can scale it in one direction to make it smooth out. So if I'll click on the edge loop here, Alt, click the whole thing, scale and X, I can flatten it more out so it's more the same all the way around. Sometimes it works, sometimes it's better not to. Okay, moving on. We extruded again. Now we want to do the same thing that we did before. We want to add a little bulge here, kind of. So I'm gonna click Control R. I'm gonna add an edge loop. And if I wanted to, I would just select this whole thing around. It doesn't really want me to do that. So today, I will just do it manually. Super stupid. I should have done it differently. I should probably have done it differently. But it is what is. Can be fixed now. We'll move on. So this doesn't take that long. So select these guys. Boom. That was it. Okay. And I've selected the backside too. Remember that. So now again, I want to extrude in. Didn't select the backside. Oh wow. Oh yeah, of course. I have to make the silly me. I have to make the edge loop on both sides. That would help a lot. So I can just, can I go to the other side? No. Yeah, because I don't always get the mirror function to work for me. And I'm not used to working with it either. It's a Blender thing. It is very smart if you do that. I'm definitely gonna use it on this guy. I'm only gonna do one side and mirror the whole thing over. But right now I'm just working with what I can. Because there is a lot of functions in these programs. If you can get them to work for you, it will be very great. You will be much faster. There's probably also a way to select these that I don't know, or I don't. At least I don't know in this program. To optimize your workflow. So figure out as much as you can. And scale here. Just gonna scale this in a bit. Cool. Okay, this is done. I don't want to spend more time on it. It's next up. We wanna start on the handle and then we wanna clean the whole thing up so we get an actual outcome. So I'm gonna go Shift A, cube, edit mode and scale. And now it gets a bit more tricky. You could try to do both sides at the same time. It's not gonna be very nice. So I'm just gonna do one side here. Gonna rotate it. Yeah, if you know how it works, use mirror for sure. But in this case, for example, I cannot use mirror because this is not a symmetrical object, so it wouldn't work here. Okay, we have the same thing again. We want to look at how how is the object. So again, we have this indented thing here, and we have the outer crease, and we have the blade. So we want to do one thing at a time. And we're going to do some extrusion again. Oh. Get up. Get off. There we go. So I'll just extrude to here maybe. And I'll extrude to here. And either you can try to like pull it all the way down here, or you can just extrude it sideways. Which is better? I could not tell you. It depends, I guess. We're just gonna do this today, and if it hurts and doesn't work, we're gonna roll with it. It's all about again finding the workflow that works for you. Extrude. So now I'm just gonna speed through it a bit. It's not gonna be super pretty. Again, I want to fix all these weird overlapping edges, so I'll just Control R, loop cut. Oh. Why is it not? No, it's working. Okay. It's not? What have I done? I have done something. Yeah, okay, if you accidentally extrude and leave it, weird stuff might happen, and you'll have overlapping vertices, like I just did. As you can see here, I have an extra mesh underneath. This is not good. So what you want to do is you want to select all of your mesh, and you want to click M for merge, and you want to merge by distance. And you can see down here, I actually removed 32 vertices, so I've done this a lot, where I just extruded and forgot about it, or didn't know. So now I have a cleaner mesh, and I can of course remake this because it's not working. So I just, there we go. Okay, finally. Cool. I want to add one in the middle too, so I can get this part. This part I want to add here. I want to fix this guy. And this guy. Yeah, so I'm just doing basically what we did before. It's just a little bit different shape. If anyone is falling very behind, or you can just watch and then do it in your own pace after if you want to. I'm just trying to get it out there now. Okay, so first shape. I want to extrude. So go to this. And I don't want to extrude here. So I'll deselect them, hold Control and select to deselect stuff, and hold Shift to add it to your selection. And then I want to extrude along normals. Nope. Extrude along normals. There's something weird going on here. What have I done? Do I have more of these? I'll check again. Yes, a lot of overlapping vertices. So that fixed it. And we're still having issues. Why is it? Why is it not doing as I want to? This is not how it's supposed to look. My God. Yeah, sometimes this happens where you just hating whatever is going on. Either way, actually, I just realized I don't want to extrude all of them, do I? Maybe I do. Oh, yes, that makes sense. Proportional editing. This guy up here can be your friend and it can be your enemy. Thank you, Francie. Maybe I'll try that. Problem is I can't really make an edge loop here. I just really want it to work. Why does it not work for me? Alright, screw it. We'll do this instead. And let's try again. It's not working. Never mind, we can do it other ways too, actually. We will select all these edges instead. Let me see if this works. Then we'll do it an entirely different way. So I'll just extrude this. So again, it's going to be the hard way, not the smart way. And now I want to extrude this. And I don't want this to be on. Extrude this. And lastly, we want to extrude these guys. Again, you just move them to wherever you need them to be. Yeah, I just thought the same. The hard way is more my way too sometimes. I just want to make it work, so whatever works, right? Cool. And maybe, actually, this. Let's see if this fixed our issue. Just maybe it did, maybe it did not. I can see what is wrong though. All of these phases have different values, so it's obvious that some of the phases have been flipped because of the extrusion. It looks like. So you could go in and you can say phase, and you can you do that here? There's a mesh. Yeah. Normals, flip, and now these are flipped, and I can do the same with these two. Normals, flip, and I think, and I could keep doing this if I wanted to, but I don't want to. Do I want to? It's just so smart when it works. It really is. I think it works. Okay, last try, and if it doesn't work, I will keep doing the hard way. Okay, extrude along normals. Would you look at that? I fixed it. 90% of it. The rest we can fix that way. Okay. Luckily, I don't need these because we're just going for the blade now. So I'll just remove all of this. Control, control, control. Extrude along normals, and this little guy I'll just fix manually. Yeah, like I feel 50% of doing stuff in 3D is troubleshooting. At least it is for me. I don't know how I always seem to mess everything up and make programs crash, but the more you do it, the the better you'll be at understanding the program and all its features. If I looked into the mirror thing, I'll probably figure that out too, and then I could use it in the future. It's not gonna be this day though. Okay. What do I want here? I want to extrude a bit more. There we go. I think this. Cool. Oh. Okay. We are almost done with the actual block out, is what you would call this. Boom. Don't worry about the other side, we will mirror later. This is our axe so far. Looking pretty thick, literally. Yes, exactly, Rodrigo. Okay, a nice little shortcut for you guys. If you want to select all the vertices in the object, just click A. And I want to scale this in a tiny bit. Let's make the shaft pointy. So I will select this edge loop, Alt click, and I will select Shift select this edge loop. Oh, if I can. There we go. These two. And I want to smash them close together. Scale X. Something like this. And I probably want to add a loop cut in the middle. And I want to scale that out a tiny bit. So maybe it's a bit bigger than before. Oh, maybe I actually don't want to select these guys. Maybe it's a tiny bit bigger than I have reference, but it doesn't really matter. Oh, another flip one there. Okay, let's scale it ever so slightly. Boom. Okay. Now we're running into problems again. Very nice. So, this doesn't matter. This is not good. This is what we call an n-gon. It has more than 4 vertices going through. This is not good. We don't want this. The reason for it is a good question. I do not know, actually. How to fix it. First, we will make sure there's no vertices. Merge by distance. There is no. Then you want to use the knife tool. You can also actually add a loop cut. No, you cannot. Knife tool. K for knife tool. It's also over here. You can basically just add geometry however you want. I'll do this, and I'll add it here. And that should do it. Hopefully. No? Have I messed something up? Another thing. Another issue. I cannot seem to see why. It's likely not going to matter this much. This is not where we're going to look. We got a blade. We're going to move on. Okay, so now this is half a blade. We want to make it even nicer. What is this? So, we want to mirror it. The problem is, if I just mirror it right now, it's gonna be very weird and wonky. We got here a modifier, it's over here. Add modifier, generate, and mirror. And then you have to choose which axis you want to mirror it on. Usually it's the y-axis. It is working, but because the whole, what's it called? The whole reference is off, it's not working as we want. So maybe we can do this. No, it's the same. Okay, screw it. We can always apply it later and then move it in. It doesn't matter that much. Now, time for the crispy things. We want this to look nice. So what you want to do is you want to add bevels. Before we do that in Blender, make sure you apply your scale. If we accidentally scale it in object mode, it's going to be all wonky. So Control A when you selected your mesh. Just do one at a time. Control A, apply scale. You can also do apply all transforms. Apply. I don't know if you can just do this. Apply. No, you cannot. You have to do one at a time. Control A, apply. Oh, that actually also fixed this. Very nice. So apply. Okay. Now this guy, we want to bevel it. A bevel is basically you add more divisions at edges. So edit mode, edge select, click here and click B for bevel. No, sorry, Control B. And the more you scroll with your mouse wheel, the more subdivisions. So you want to look at your reference. How much does it have? This has almost nothing. This is a very sharp edge. So you just want to add maybe 2, maybe 1. Just 1, yeah. This guy's also very sharp edge. So you also just want to, again, alt click to select the whole thing. Sharp edge. This is also a pretty sharp edge. This, we don't want to be this jagged for sure. So we're gonna add a couple here. This is also pretty smooth. This guy is more round a little bit, so maybe 3 and just 1, 2. Nice. The handle is as we want it, so we just need to do it. Oh, maybe I'll just one. Just move it up here. Okay, we're gonna do the same up here. We're gonna go into object mode, sorry, edit mode, we're gonna bevel just slightly. Again, don't go too crazy with the bevels. Just add a couple. When we subdivide, it's gonna look a lot better as well. And you can actually just do it with multiple at one time, at the same time, if you want. Like this. Gonna add a little bit more. Just so I don't have to do it like 10 times. There we go. And this guy. It's also pretty like this. Okay. Nice. Finally. So actually, instead of just doing it again, I can just delete this. I can Shift D again, move it up, and I can rotate it 90 degrees. Sorry, 180 degrees. Oh, and the pivot point is all also. Do this here. There we go. We're gonna fix this in the end. Cool. Now onto this guy. This needs a bevel. Because it's supposed to be smooth. If it doesn't select all of your edges in the same time, you just Shift Alt select them. And maybe this will work. Nice, it does. Sometimes bevels don't work the way you want them to, especially if you haven't added your scale. So you'll just have to make it work. I think I'm gonna use an edge slide. Okay, Control B, bevel the hell out of this thing. And you also want to add bevel into the little creases here, because it just looks a lot nicer. This is the fun part. It makes it look much more crisp when you've done this. There we go. And again here, the mirror function would be very nice to do both sides. We can just mirror this other side, so I don't want to do both sides right now. Again, we just want to do one side. And I think I'll just move this in so it looks more nice here. And this needs to be a bit smaller. So I'll go into Alt. I'll scale it a bit. There, a bit more. Cool. It's too much? No, that's fine. Lastly, we want to bevel this guy. Again, I didn't add the crease yet, and I can see we're running out of time. So I will let you guys do that yourself. But I just want to make this look a little bit nicer first. So we'll select this loop. Right. Maybe I can actually, I can do it. I can do it. I'll select all these faces here. All of these guys. And then we will extrude it. And we will scale it along the X. All right, thank you for joining. Okay. So now I will bevel this again. Whoopsie whoopsie. Okay, and this is where we run into problems because of the normals being flipped. This might be, yeah, this might be very wonky. So you can do it another way. You can actually just add edge loops like this. This basically works as a bevel. So if you run into this issue, just do that, I would say. The reason we bevel is because when we subdivide, it will keep the shape more. I can show you in brief. I can show you right now, actually. Now we beveled some of it. We could still do a lot more. For sure. And I cannot stop myself usually. Okay, let's say this is what I want. This is how it is. Now we want to add something you'll use the most, and that has a hotkey as well. But we're gonna go to edit, modify. We're gonna go into subdivision surface, and you'll see it's trying to pull the mesh so it looks nicer. Obviously not very nice right now because we're not done beveling, and there's probably an issue somewhere that I'll have to fix. But you can up the subdivisions. Again, you can be very tempted to just go crazy and pump it up. Don't do that. Just set it to like 1 to 3, and you can always make something nicer later. But I'll just do that with all of this. So Control 1 is a shortcut for that. Control run, Control run, Control run. And you'll see how the mesh changes somewhere on some of our things. Oh, Victor, you're so cute, you're following. Okay, so this guy is getting pulled this way because it's trying to make the mesh look smoother and therefore pulling itself together. So in order to avoid this, we want to add some loop cuts. So Control R, and you can see if I drag this down, I will make it not do that anymore. Very scientific way of explaining. Oh. Whoopsie. Now this guy's good. And I have to fix this one too. Like this. And this. Good. And this is also getting distorted. If you go into here, you can see it's getting distorted. So again, I want to add some edge loops. Like this. And maybe one more. And I want to add edge loops. No, not there. You can also turn it off if you want to see it more clearly. I'll add some edge loops here. Some edge loops there. It's better. You can see it's almost not deforming. Still doing it a bit, so we'll add some more. Here, I think. And this side, and this side. Okay, let's see again. There we go. Now this is looking much better. Again, if it's not smooth enough, you can go to 2. And there's also something called shade smooth. So you just right click the object, you can shade smooth to mimic that smooth shape. I wanna scale this a bit. There we go. And this shade smooth. Okay, and there we go. I just need to fix the handler. I've obviously had issues with it. Where? I'll try adding some loop cuts first. Sometimes it fixes things. Sometimes it makes it worse. see it's pulling it here. We know who you are. It's merge. Yeah, okay, just removed a bunch of vertices. Right. Since I'm getting these issues here, I would actually contemplate just doing this again, because I obviously did something somewhere that's making it look all wonky. I will not waste you guys time with it, but you hopefully get the point. Notice how sharp this is right now? Ish. If I did not have these guys, I can show you. Just delete them. Solve edges. Now it gets all smooth here, which you don't want. Oh, there's something here. So that's why we create all these bevels in order to maintain the shape. So this is basically the weapon. It needs a little bit of love, of course, but hopefully you end up with something closer to this than me. Again, the more intricate it gets and the more mistakes you make, the easier your mesh gets all ruined. Yeah, it's definitely the normals that are fucked. I'll just try to normals. Recalculate outside. Oh, it fixed some of it. It's better. Can I fix it? I can fix it. Mesh, normals. Okay, it is better. All right, lastly, we want to apply our mirror modifier in a second. I just want to make sure this is inside. It is. So you can apply your modifiers out here. Say, I'm happy with the 2 subdivisions. It's good. You click apply. I'm happy with mirror. Click apply. And boom, you have a mirrored object. If you want this whole thing to be one, or what I did, it didn't work perfectly, but I went into, I selected all the faces with A, mesh, up here, normals, and then I tried recalculating them. Also tried this set from faces, no. Didn't work either. Up here I probably have another issue, but I think the easiest thing to do would just be delete this and do it again. It is bugging my eye a lot. Oh, much better. Okay, we are. This was better. We're wrapping things up. Again, if you're still having these kinds of not so point edges, you just again add some loop cuts. Add some loop cuts. Go crazy with it. Now's the time to really make your thing shine. Again, if I want to, I can just delete this. And I can just add a new mirror modifier. Boom. All better. Now it actually looks less bad. Okay, guys. I'm gonna sit and fiddle with this a little. You're welcome to stay if you want to. Much more could be done, obviously. Oh, This is of course not so square, so I'll probably take all of these, do some proportional editing, and I'll scale it inwards probably. Around here. Something like this, and etc, etc. And maybe add some materials. So you can do that if you want to, but I think you should all take a screenshot of your screen, put it up on the Discord channel, and so I can see what you guys made, how you followed along. So I would just, you can do a render, but that takes time. So I would just hide this, click on the thing up here, click either on the eye, or click H for hide, or Shift H to, oh, let's hide all. I think it's Alt H to get back. So hide it, and just the screen. It's called klippevaktøj in Danish, cutting tool. Cut it, and put it on Discord. Alright. And I hope to see a lot of cool weapons. Good night, Victor. Nice of you to join. I am, for my own sanity, just gonna add some very, very quick textures. You guys don't have to do it. I just think it's, not textures, sorry, materials. So you can follow if you want to. But this is actually it for the bootcamp today. Hope you guys learned something. Again, it takes time. See, I'm still figuring out. Luckily, I sometimes then can figure out what is wrong. That's basically what you learn to get better at, to troubleshoot. But just keep working on it. Do a lot of small objects. Keep doing the bootcamp. And owner is back next week with the texturing, I think. So thank you guys for tuning in. And I'll look at your access on Discord or whatever you made. Oh, very nice. Oh, someone made a stop sign. That looks cool as well. Yeah, SM28. The subsurface modifier is just a winner. It really makes it look a lot better, for sure. And again, you can add a shade smooth to give it the extra tad, the shade smooth here, just to make it so you can't see all these things. If you shade smooth, it will really make it look crisp. Yeah, you can upload it later. Don't worry. Just I'll just have a look at it. And of course, when you texture stuff, it's gonna be a lot cooler. That's for sure. Okay. Uh-oh. Yeah, this happens to me all the time. It's crashing. No, it's not. Okay. Remember to save, guys. Good reminder. Control S. Save it. I'll call this grade X. Boom. And I'll just quickly add some material. It's gonna be metallic. It's gonna be oh, to go here. I'll make it bluish. I'll give this the same material, and this new, slightly there. And this link materials. No, I know. I should have saved a long time ago. It's my bad. Bad Ollie. Always save all the time, because things can happen, and these programs tend to crash whenever they feel like it. Something like this. Nice. Ah, what do you know? I should make it even darker. Black would actually be cooler. Aha! Of course we're missing the top, but you guys can do that super easily yourself. It's just basically adding a cone and reducing subdivisions. But yeah. Hope you had fun. Learn something. Yeah, this does give it a little bit extra. I think I might render it out actually. Thank you, Francesca. You're so sweet. Aha. Boom, boom. I will save this. Save as. Great. I do. I think it's just called. Oliver Torgo. Feel free to go in. Again, actually, I have only done 3D for a year now, so it's still pretty new. But when you do it for 6 hours every day, and go to school, learn stuff, it really accelerates it for sure, and it gives a lot more. What's it called? Motivation to do something every day, because it's kind of weird to go to school without doing anything about it or making anything. I will send it to myself. Cool. And you guys can spend some time texturing if you want to. It's not super difficult in Blender. You just have to go to this tab here, and I can show it here, and you just click new material, and then you add whatever color you want, and metallicness of course, and then you have to click up here to see what you're doing. You have to click on the viewport shading. You can also go to the render view. This looks even more crisp, but it's heavier for the computer. If you really want to do stuff, you can go to. You can choose all of this. UV. Save all. Unwrap. There's no unwrap. Unwrap smart UV project. Unwrap. Now I can texture paint it if I want to. But I don't want to do that actually. Yes. Thank you guys. I'm gonna close the stream. Text to you on the Bootcamp channel. Thank you for joining.